Okay. Good evening once again, everyone, and welcome to the maiden edition of the Sales Mastery webinar. My name is Okoli Emmanuel, and with me, some of our top leaders who are going to be sharing practical ideas and practical tips that will help everyone on this call to make more sales and then to proceed and end the year in a grand style as we step into a new year also as sales reps. Okay, so quickly, we have lost 10 minutes. I'll just go ahead and into the next item on the program. Our regional manager, Mr. Larry. Okay, Mr. Larry sent a message and he asked to be excused. Hopefully, he can join us before the end of the meeting. Otherwise, we'll just proceed. So I say a big welcome to everyone. So I'll take the next 5 minutes or so to share briefly why we are here. We are here basically because we want to make more sales. We want to be able to leverage the successes that some of us have and provide support for those who, are wondering, how are you able to make such sales in this economy? How are you able to make such strides and get such results? That is what we want to do. Somebody asks, what is the difference between this and the regular, meetings we have, physical contact? This promises to be practical. We want to share practical stuff that helps top earners in the field make sales, right? What is it that they do? So unlike the test run we do in some of our meetings, in the physical meetings, where we take positions and people ask, okay, what do you do when you meet a prospect, in the future? Now we're looking at the past. What have you done in the last business that you closed? How are you able to close business? The ones that you have already closed. What really happened from step A to step B to step C? And how are you able to accomplish all of that? So these are some of the things we'll be discussing in the Sales Mastery webinar. Practical stuff, real life stories, real case studies that will help, sales agents make more sales and develop more confidence in the sales journey. Okay, I will introduce the next speaker, our main speaker for tonight. But just before I do that, let me quickly talk about the mind hack. Yeah, the mind hack. I want us to understand that everything about sales, I believe, has to do with the mind. It begins first and foremost with the mind. I shared this with our agency a few weeks ago, and for me, it was a time to show our people what we do and how we do it in the field. Somebody asked me in my DM, how are you able to close 1.5 million naira monthly premium for triple pay in an economy like this? And I said, you know what, come to this mind hack, come to this sales mastery webinar. I will be able to share with you how we do it. How is it possible that when people are complaining that annuity rate has been moved from 5% to 3%, some people are still closing, whereas others are discouraged, crying and all. How do you do that? We're going to be sharing those things here. Special thanks again to our regional manager, Mr. Larry. Of course, my direct agency manager is Mr. Julius, and Mr. Ibrahim is my direct line manager. Thank you all for the mighty things you do at speed, at our agency, Health Insurance. Yeah, so my name is Okoli Emmanuel. I'm the team lead of Speed Lane Tech. I'm an author, I'm a teacher, I'm a trainer, I'm a business development strategy. And for those who don't know me, I'm just going to do this quickly. I run a conventional school here in Lagos, and I have a couple of virtual schools, paid and free, that I run here in Lagos and online. So basically, I joined HARES on the 16th of May, 2025. And in that within 1 month or so, I closed my first annuity and triple pay. As of September this year, I have over 200 annuity prospects in my funnel, and quite a number, maybe over 25 or so, as at that time in my triple pay funnel. I shared and I said, over 9 policies as of September. Right now, it's about 16. As of today, it's about 16 policies sold, and close to 2 million. As of today, close to 2 million naira in commission and allowances. Close to 2 million naira. Yeah, as of today. Yeah. This slide was done when it was about 1 million naira. So between May and December, I've been able to close businesses with commission and allowance summing up to about 1.82 million. Okay, that's basically who I am and why we are doing this, to share with us what we do in the background that helps some of us get the results we get. Now, I've said earlier, it's about the mind. The mind is the most powerful tool rather, that anyone can use to achieve success in any endeavor that you are in, including sales. So my first hack for you is to secure a vision. So if you are here watching and listening to the things we are going to be sharing, or maybe you're watching the replay and you're a sales agent or you sell something, right? Whether it's insurance or there's land, you're selling real estate, whatever you do that requires or that involves commission. Yeah, you need to understand the place of number one, vision. Yeah, I believe the power of vision is the most important force when you have to do with hacking your mind. I call it hacking your mind, tricking your mind to believe that things are possible, to believe that certain results are possible, irrespective of the complaints and the murmuring back and forth and the challenges that is out there. For me, I've shared to my team and the people in my agency. The last time I spoke at the agency, I said to them, my personal vision, my personal goal, my personal target is 40 million in monthly production, 40 million Nigerian naira in monthly production. The first time I said it, even I too was shocked. The first time I said it, even I too was shocked. But that was a vision I casted for myself. I put it on my wall. It is written in my document. It is, as I'm talking now in my room, as I'm talking right now in my room, it is, I can see it on the wall. I can see it, it's in my wall, 3 places, in my room, in my bathroom, on my fridge. It is pasted there. 40 million monthly production is what I see when I wake up, what I see when I go to bed. It is ingrained in my mind. And that way, possibilities begin to show themselves. So I challenge you tonight, develop a vision, cast a vision. What do you want to achieve? And then you begin to say the why and the how that goes with it. Real quickly, the next thing, okay, still on this vision matter. Many years ago, I read a book by one man of God, as you can see, Sam Adeyemi. He said, and when he was on campus, he came before his colleagues and his students, and he said to them, I'm going to graduate from architecture, and I'll be one of the best that will ever come out of this department. Many of them thought it was arrogance and he was just being too loud. But I mean, you and I can tell, many years have passed. I don't know if there's any of his contemporaries in that department many years ago on campus studying architecture who has come close to the level of success Sam Adeyemi has. But it began many years ago when he stood before his classmates and declared what he wanted to be and do, even though at the time it looked like he was just talking. It looked like it was impossible. That is what vision can do for you. Number 2 thing I want to leave you with is the power of perception. If I ask you to look at the screen right now, you will see a cup. I don't know what you see. So I'm going to ask you, what do you see? Maybe you can type in the chat and share what you see. Some of you are seeing a cup, right? Some of you are seeing a cup that is half empty. Others are seeing a cup that is half filled. Yeah, so whatever you see, you're correct. This cup can be said to be half filled. It can be said to be half empty. It's all about perception. It's all about perception. So how do you see things? When people are saying there's difficulty, sales is hard, sales is not working, the economy is bad, people don't have money, somebody else is saying, wow, this is the best time to go out there and get all the customers and all the clients because all the sales agents are running away. all the sales agents are complaining it's a time for me to collect all the customers. Both of them are correct. One group of persons are saying the economy is too hard, people don't have money to buy policies, people are not willing to spend money anymore. Buhari and Tinubu are just doing wonderful stuff out there. Somebody else is saying this is the best time to go out there and get sales and close the millions. Yeah, so it's about perception. So I need your perception to change from today going forward. As a matter of fact, it was when the sales commission for annuity, by the way, I've shared earlier, for those who just came in, my first month, or maybe let me say 1 month plus 2 weeks in the insurance industry, not just in health insurance. That's my first time ever. This is my first time ever in the industry. I've done about, in the first month, I've done about 750 and then 150. Yeah, in commission, 750, because my annuity then, the first annuity I did, and the second one put together, they're about 18 million or so in RSA balance. So, I mean, the commission was so big. Relatively big. That was my first shocker. I said to myself, are you kidding me? You mean I can close one business and get up to 750 within 7 weeks or 1 month to 7 weeks in the industry? And I said, oh my God, there's something here. And then we kept pushing. After a while, I mean, last month or a few weeks ago, we all had the news, the rate has gone from 5% to 3%. And it was like, why would they do that? Now that we're trying to enjoy this stuff. But that was the time when I realized that triple pay can pay as much as annuity. I mean, and I learned that from the guest speaker that is speaking. In the next few minutes, I'll hand over to her, Mrs. Rachel. I learned from her that triple pay can be anything. I mean, if you're not in HERS, I don't know, you may not know what triple pay means. For those of you who are in HERS, you know what triple pay means. Yeah? She said to us in one of our meetings, she said, triple pay can mean anything to anybody. I ran with that information. I said, you know, I can actually close triple pays in millions. Before that day, I was thinking of triple pays in hundreds, 500,000, 200,000, 20,000, until I realized that it can be anything. Yeah. And then adding to the fact that annuity rate has dropped, I said to myself, I can push this triple pay to over millions. And within days and weeks, I'd closed my first 1.5 million in triple pay. Just 2-3 weeks ago, I did another 1.5 million monthly the renewal of triple pay. Monthly renewal. Okay, please confirm you can still hear me. Okay, please, if you can still hear me, kindly confirm on the chat. Can anybody still hear me, please? If you can hear me, just type, yes, I can hear you. If you can hear me, can you just type that you can hear me? Let me confirm. Sorry about that, my network was acting up. Please confirm you can hear me now. If you can hear me, just type. Okay, good. Sorry, my network acted up. Okay, so I mean, I was just talking about perception, right? When that happened, you know, my perception changed, and I began to take the sales game to the next level. And within 1 month after that, or 2 months, I've done two clients for 1.5. In fact, there's somebody who is going to do 5 million in triple pay. I never thought that was possible until my perception changed. I thought only annuity can be in millions, right? I'm talking to you about mind hack. If you're just coming now, I'm talking to you about mind hack, how you see possibilities, how you trick your mind to believe anything. All right, real quickly, let me go to the next slide. All right, so the next thing I want you to take from here before I hand over to Ms. Rachel is what I call magnify your office. Magnify your office. I said the first one, if you're just coming real quickly, I said the first one is secure vision. Second thing you must do is to work on your perception. Always see the positive side of things. The third thing you need to do is to magnify your office. What does that mean? It means you are whoever you say you are, right? I told them in the office when we did the training at the Anthony office. Sorry, I mean the Yaba office. And I said, you are the CEO of a business, right? Let me even shock you and share this with you just to hack your mind a little bit. Do you know that if you are to start a business right now and to have an office somewhere at Yaba or Anthony, you're going to pay for office space, you're going to pay for fuel, you're going to pay for diesel, you're going to pay for product development. If you have an app, you're going to pay developers to develop the app. You're going to do all kind of stuff. Come on, you spend so much just to be a CEO. But the mind hack here is that as a sales agent, working with an insurance company or any other commission-based company, you don't need to spend any of those. You have an office paid for, free of charge. That office that you can come and sit down and do your work is worth several hundreds of thousands annually. Maybe 1.5 million, maybe 3 million, that office space. By the way, if you go to a co-work space, a shared co-working space, you pay 4-5 per hour or per day. But that bill has been taken off. Yeah, you have your AC there free of charge. You have product. You don't need to work on any product. Yeah, you have the developers that have been paid. All the things to sell have been produced already. Even the app to help you sell has been produced. You're not paying for it. And you are the CEO. All you need to do is just sell. Imagine you are the CEO. Your only job is to sell. No expenses on you. No expenses on you. That is the biggest mind hack in the industry. I get what I'm saying. So when you call a prospect, when you talk to a customer, don't go as a sales agent. Don't just go as one FA. I don't even call myself an FA. Yeah, you call yourself whatever you think is necessary to get the job done, because you are the chief executive officer of your business, right? Okay, that being said, moving on. So you need to do what? The fourth one, develop a possibility mindset. Cut off everything and every person that tells you that some things are not possible. The story of this guy, his name is called Roger Bannister. Some of you know him. He was the first person to break the 4 miles barrier. He ran 3 miles in 59.4 seconds. That was in May 1954. Before that time, it is believed that it is not possible. No human being can run that distance in 4 minutes. No human being on earth could run 1 mile in 4 minutes. This guy called Roger Bannister in 1954, May 6, he broke that record. Yeah? And after that time he broke the record, almost anybody else afterwards started breaking the record, including secondary school students. What changed? How do they now break the record so easily to run 1 mile in less than 4 minutes? Because somebody has done it. Somebody did it. So their mindset was rewired. If Roger Bannister can do this, that means human beings can do it. And that is exactly the point I'm making right here. Remove impossibility. Get yourself around people who are getting results. That is partly why we are here in the sales mastery webinar. You need to hear from those who are selling, so that your mind can readjust and stop entertaining impossibilities. So this guy, he ran the first 4-minute mile while working a full-time job. He was a full-time medical student and only training part for 45 minutes daily. Not like he was a 100% athlete, no. But yet he still broke the record. How much more those who are in the field morning to night training? Anyways, as I wrap up, there's a story I have here of a young man. Many years ago, I read a book about a guy who, attended is a campus, the university students. There's this prof that they had who always takes pleasure in giving difficult questions that cannot be solved, and he makes mockery and of people who are not as intelligent as he is. Anyways, there was an equation that at the time could not be solved. He himself and his professor colleagues, have tried it, and then there is no answer. One day he came to class, and the students were in class, and he wrote the equation on the board and told the campus students, and said, you know what, guys, this does not have an answer. You guys go and try that. We'll meet by next week. That was on a Friday. So we'll meet on Monday, and then let me see who amongst you will be able to come up with anything reasonable. And he told them that he has tried, his colleagues, professor friends have tried, they cannot solve it. But he asked them to go and try. I mean, if you are the one, will you even go and try when the prof told you there's no answer? But there is a young man who was not in class when that negative news was passed. He came into class, he came late, prof had gone. And then he asked his classmates, any assignment? They said, look at what prof wrote on the board, copy. He said we should go and solve it and bring it by Monday. This guy copied the question and went home not knowing that there is no answer to that question. Long story made short, by Monday, everybody came back to class. And then the prof asked them, was anybody able to solve that equation? And the guy rose his hands up. And then they began to laugh at him. Even the prof began to laugh. Let's see what you have. He came to the board and he began to solve. And lo and behold, he kept solving and solving. And he arrived at an answer that even marveled the prof. Long story made short, they took this guy to the other profs and they looked at what he did. And truly, he got the answer correctly. What was the difference? This guy did not hear that it was impossible. He only came in after the negative news was over. And I challenge you today, don't you ever entertain people who tell you that things cannot be done. When you keep hearing that, you will believe it and it becomes your reality. Finally, accountability. I need you to tell people that you will succeed. You want to succeed as a sales agent, you need to tell people that you will succeed. I read a story many years ago about a young guy who, after secondary school, was going to university, and he went and told the secondary school principal and said, sir, in 5 years, I'll come back to you. I will be the best graduating student from my department. He came to school, made the announcement to his colleagues in the hall, the same announcement, I will be the best in this department. Guess what? He graduated with the first class. Now, there was a motivation because he was already publicly known as somebody who, quote unquote, bragged that he was going to become a first class student. And he became it. Most times, people don't succeed because they did not promise anybody they will succeed. After all, if I fail, did I tell you I will succeed before? But when you actually go public on social media, in your small groups, in your agency, and you tell people that matter to hold you accountable. In fact, I told my agency manager, my agency leader, Mr. John Julius, and everybody who was present, I said, in 1 year time, if I don't have a production of 40 million per month in renewals, right? Come call me to the public, gather everybody in the Lagos Central region, and tell them this guy, Emmanuel Okoli, he bragged about something last year, and lo and behold, he didn't meet his target. I gave him, my manager, my leader, Mr. Julius, the go ahead to call me after 1 year before everybody and recount what I said. Do you know why I did that? I don't want to be embarrassed. So that fear of embarrassment is my motivation. I am already, what's the word now? I've already implicated myself. So I am committed to getting it. And the moment I said it, I started seeing ideas. I started saying how to get it done. So I need you to belong to an accountability tribe. That is partly what we are doing in this webinar and subsequent editions. Don't miss the next edition, right? So these are the things that I know can help you succeed as a sales agent. Irrespective of what you sell, whether it's insurance or anything else, you can succeed. I believe you can. If you can succeed and you believe you can, I'd like you to type in the chat and say, yes, I can succeed. Please type. I want to see you type, I can succeed, or I will succeed. Let me have somebody, I'll call up your name when I see you type. Go ahead and type. I'm done. I want to invite the next speaker, but I want you to type it. If you heard me clearly, type it. I will succeed. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. She said, I will succeed. Thank you. Thank you. That is the goal of this webinar, to challenge you to go back there and get results. Yes, Promise said, I can. I will succeed. Blessing said, I will succeed. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Nadi Nkiruka. I will. Who else is going to succeed? I tell, I don't know your real name, but Itel said, I will succeed. Thank you. Yes, I believe you. I agree with you. I must succeed. George, thank you. Promise. I see you. Memunat Umar, I can succeed. I will succeed. Samuel said, I will succeed. Daniel saying, I will succeed. Emmanuel Olivia said, I will succeed. Thank you. Let it keep coming. Thank you. I believe you will. All right now we are going into the next segment of this webinar. I told you there is somebody that said something some months ago that rewired my mind, and her name is Rachel. I'm going to be inviting her to share with us how she nurtures, how she sells, and how she converts. How does she do all of that? Okay, don't forget, the topic is how to prospect, how to nurture, and how to convert with high success rates. How is it done? How exactly does Rachel do it? Okay, I will play a quick intro for those who don't know her. Don't mind me. I like to celebrate our people who are doing well. By the way, some of you watching right now, you will be on this event in subsequent editions because your results will just bring you naturally. By the time you go out from here, you close 5 million triple pay, you close 10 million triple pay. You know what it means to close triple pay? 5 million monthly? You are blessed. Let's make welcome Rachel.
Rachel Atafo is a dynamic and purpose-driven professional with a strong academic and career foundation spanning the arts, business, education, media, and finance. She holds a bachelor's degree in theater and media arts from Ambrose Ali University, ECPOMA, and a Master of Business Administration, MBA, with a specialization in international business from Nexford University, USA. With over 10 years of sales experience, Rachel has built an impressive career across multiple industries, from entertainment to media, corporate communications, and now finance. Her journey in the financial sector began in 2022 when she joined Ayers Life as a sales executive. Through dedication, excellence, and consistent performance, she rose to the position of Retail Development Manager in 2023 and currently serves as an area sales manager, where she leads teams, drives revenue growth, and develops effective retail strategies. Beyond her corporate achievements, Rachel is a devoted minister of the gospel, passionate about nurturing young minds and helping them discover purpose, direction, and identity. Her life's work reflects a commitment to service, leadership, and impact through her foundation, the Seam Gold Foundation. Rachel is happily married and blessed with children. She will be speaking at the maiden edition of the Sales Mastery webinar with Okoli Emmanuel.
Welcome, Rachel, in the comments. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank
the
you,
floor is
thank
yours.
you. Thank you all very much. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, the convener, for this webinar. I must take my time to celebrate you this evening for this wonderful job you're doing. I mean, for you to have been able to make this much impact in Health Insurance Group, it is commendable. It is a challenge to me particularly. So well done. Thank you for the opportunity given to me to be here tonight. Also, a big thank you to the organization and the regional manager. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here. Maybe he'll join us later. He has some other official things to handle at the moment. All right, we'll get right into it. I will just share my screen. We're going to be interacting tonight. And we trust God to be able to help us achieve a lot of things tonight. I hope you can see my screen. Please just let me know if you can see my screen and if I'm audible enough.
Audible.
All right. Okay, so the topic before us tonight is how to prospect, how to nurture, and how to convert, and how to sell with high success rates to convert our prospects into sales. I will quickly start with an icebreaker tonight because I believe I'm talking to salespeople, even if you are not in sales in insurance, but I believe you are in sales in other industry. So I want to believe I'm talking to salespeople. And the icebreaker tonight, it says, what has been your toughest selling moment? Anybody who wants to share, you can drop in the chat. You can share one of these two, the hardest no that you've ever got. As a salesperson, one thing that is very common, one of our most common languages, no. You talk to somebody and they tell you, no, I am not interested, or no, I am not ready, or no, I have already done it with another company or someone else. So what is the toughest no that you have ever received? The hardest no. The one that gave you a heavy blow. Anybody want to drop on the chat? Let's do that very quickly. I want this to be very interactive tonight. I'm trying to check the chat. Any chat there? Or the most embarrassing or funny moment you've had while selling? Has someone told you anything? Okay, somebody says, no, I don't want. No, I am not ready. Yes, we get a lot of that. No, I don't want, or no, I am not interested. A lot of people will just tell you, I'm not interested. I don't want to hear. You say, no, let me just explain. And they say, no, I am not interested. One thing we should understand as salespeople is that no is also a language. No is also a form of answer. It's only in Nigeria, someone tells you no, you feel bad. No, you shouldn't feel bad. If they tell you no in sales, as a salesperson, no can mean several things. It can mean, I want to know you better, from N-O to K-N-O-W. So as a salesperson, N-O is not N-O. No is not N-O, sorry. No is K-N-O-W. It means I want to know you better. I want to know more about your product. I want to know more about your company. I want to know more about the business you are proposing to me. So the next time you get a no, don't be downcast. Don't just walk away and say, oh, this person doesn't like me, or this person doesn't want to do business with me. Find out why the person is saying no. It could be that they don't really understand. Sometimes the people we are talking to, they don't understand what we are telling them. But because they don't want to ask, or they don't want to come out openly to say, oh, I don't understand what you are saying, they will rather tell you no. Okay, next time you get a no, somebody just know that it is not a no, it is K-N-O-W. So we go right into it tonight. And what this webinar is going to cover tonight is for salespersons who are not hitting sales targets. A lot of us have set targets for ourselves. I mean, when Mr. Emmanuel was talking, I was just saying, Rachel, you need to up your game. You need to up your game. See what someone is targeting for himself. You need to up your game. So yeah, I like what he said, that you should be in a company where you have accountability. People can hold you to your word. Okay, then this is also for financial advisors who are struggling to find quality prospects. Where do you get them? How do you even qualify your prospect in the first place? Then it's also for new financial advisors who want practical, street smart strategies. It's not all about speaking English. I always tell people there's a language of sales. There's a language of sales, and the language of sales is determined by who you are selling to and what you are selling. The way we sell to someone down the road who has a shop is different from the way we sell to a CEO. What differentiates the two of this method is language, the language and the culture, and also anyone who wants proven method. So what is our strategy focus? It is how to prospect effectively. We're going to be learning how to prospect effectively, how to nurture prospects until they can trust you. Because what we are talking about here has to do with money. Selling, first of all, is the process where you turn awareness into exchange. A lot of people confuse selling and marketing. Marketing is creating awareness. A woman, a lady who is of a marriageable age, who begins to notice herself, like to dress up, or like to, be in some certain places, she's marketing herself. A company who is doing adverts is creating awareness, is marketing the company, creating awareness. When you now turn that creation of awareness into actual results, is what sales is. And that is why I always say that salespeople are the backbone of any organization. If you do not have salespeople, that means the marketing, the administration, and every other person will not be able to function, because salespeople are the ones who generate revenue for the company. So somebody type in the chat room, say, I am very important. I am important in my industry. I am important in my organization, and I am important to myself. Put that on the chat. Let me see, let me know that I am talking to people and they can hear me and they can feel me, they understand me. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. I am very important. My department is very important in health insurance group, because our productivity is what is keeping the company. It's not HR, it's not admin, it's not corporate communications. It is sales that is keeping the company. Okay, then follow-up styles that works, how to convert leads consistently, real case studies, and then actionable steps you can implement today. What is prospecting? We'll start from there. Prospecting is finding potential buyers and starting a relationship. You first of all move from a suspect. A suspect is someone whom you suspect, who you think. I always give examples each time I'm having trainings. I say, if you were in a then you meet two guys in that room, that same place, and then you see one who is well dressed with a tie, a jacket, nice shoes, well-groomed hair, and all of that. And then you see another one with ripped jeans, with locked hair, tattoos, and everything. Who do you think the policeman will pick up first among the two? Who do you think will be the first suspect of whichever crime, whatever crime that was committed? Of course, it is the person with the locked hair, with the tattoo, with the ripped jeans and everything, because he looks like someone who could perform, who could commit that crime. Even if it turns out that he wasn't actually the one, he's the person wearing the suit. But first of all, with the eye of a salesperson, you are able to see and identify someone. If I'm in a place, I don't need to ask a question. There's something I call insurance eye. I don't need to ask a question if you are retired, if you have children, if you have, I look at, a salesperson is also a psychologist. I look at the composure of that person. I look at how the person is. I always give example of during the lockdown, the naira scarcity, pardon me, and my company, which they do all the time, health insurance is actually a great place to work if you're not already working here. They always send us out for training. So they sent us out for training at that time, and I was looking for cash everywhere. UBA didn't have cash, and I was just checking all the ATMs at Ajose Adiogo, where our head office is. And I got to the last bank. I saw a long queue. I joined them. Immediately I joined. I joined first of all because I needed cash to get to where I was going for my training. But shortly after I joined them, I then realized that this is a market ground for me. This is a good place where I can prospect. So I began to scout around. I was joining conversations. People are talking, oh, this. I was in the middle of the conversation, just trying to check and look with my insurance eye to see if I could find someone worthy of my business. And then I identified a man, and I knew from the way he was having his conversation, I knew that this man is definitely a retiree. And then I approached him. And he said, oh yes, he's a retiree. And it was, like we use the word now, clock it. I just clocked it. I said, obviously, you've been my target. And mind you, the time had gone by now. If I got there by maybe like 5:30 a.m., but by this time it was already 7. I moved from my initial mission of getting cash to looking for prospects, to looking for customers. I was there. I didn't mind. I said, even if they don't give me cash today, I'll go to the POS, do whatever transaction I need to do, and I'll get to where I'm going for my training. So I approached him, and he said, oh, he's going back to his office. I said, where do you work? He told me. I said, can you see that building over there? We could see Health Towers from where we were. I said, that is where I work. And long story short, I collected his number. From him being a suspect, I suspected that this person looks like someone who is retired. I got his number and I began to follow up. From that following up, he then became a prospect. Now, a prospect is someone who is potentially able to buy your products. Even if you don't sell insurance, even if you are not in the insurance industry, if you sell cakes, if you sell clothes, the way you will talk to a male is different from the way you talk to a female. If someone who sells clothes or sells human hair, for example, keep going to a man, okay, buy from me, buy from me. The man will say, okay, I will. Okay, I will. Just because the man wants to be polite. But the truth is, he actually does not know about this product you are selling. So you need to identify the actual people who need to buy your product. And then prospecting in sales is the process of finding potential customers who are likely to need your products. Can you see that? People who are likely to need your products. For example, I'm not say a baby. If someone keeps coming to me and keeps selling diapers, baby clothes, like newborn, at first I will say, oh, they are beautiful, they are nice. Don't worry, I'll patronize you when the time comes. If the person constantly comes to me at all times, the person is actually prospecting, but he's prospecting to the wrong audience. It's not prospecting to the right person. I may buy for 1 or 2 persons, I may buy to encourage, but I am not the actual person they should be selling to. So prospecting in sales is the process of finding potential customers who are likely to need, to want, or benefit from your products or services. A qualified prospect must have the potential of buying what you are selling. That is the next point. Someone who cannot afford what you are buying, you shouldn't invest your entire time talking to that person. Mr. Emmanuel has already set the course for himself on this job. He said he closed his first annuity, he closed his triple pay, 1.5 million, 1 million, and so on and so forth. If by tomorrow he begins to talk to someone who is a job seeker or someone who just got fired from their job, he's prospecting quite all right, but it's not to the right audience. That person is not qualified to be a prospect for him. There are different categories of prospecting. There are some that you get and you put them aside. There are others that you now sieve into qualified prospects. And those are the ones that you put your entire time, that you invest your 101% time and attention to. Prospecting is identifying and connecting with the right people. The right people. For example, those of us who are in the insurance industry, people who are retired, they are the right people you should connect with. For example, we are talking about taxation now. Next year, tax is going to be heavy on citizens in Nigeria. Who should be your first target market? People who are employed, people who earn salaries, because those are the first people the government is going to come attacking. Entertainers, those are the first set of people that are going to be affected next year. Why do most people fail at prospecting? Number one is the fear of rejection. You can see this picture I use here. A lot of people are afraid. What if I fail? What if they say no? Well, I already told you, the next time you get a no, just know that it is not N-O, it is K-N-O-W. It's also an answer. Oh, may I know why you said no, sir? If you don't mind, sir, can you give me a few reasons why you don't want to do this business with me? Remember, with a smile, don't be downcast. It's their money, it's their choice. So whatever they say, accept it in good faith and go ahead. May I know? Person said, no, please don't talk to me. I'm not interested. Oh, thank you very much, sir. May I know? They will even get tired. The way you will answer and attack them with that response, it will make the person to come back and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I've had instances that people just talk to me rudely. And I said, oh, thank you very much for that answer. But can I please know why you say no? I said, oh, I'm sorry. I was actually in a bad mood. You can go ahead. Let's talk. You know what? Let's have a meeting tomorrow. As simple as that. When they say no, it's not time for you to be cursing or time for you to be angry or time for you to be asking God, why me? Why not you? Who should they say no to? Okay? Be encouraged. Okay? Why do people fail at prospecting? Fear of rejection, no structured daily routine, and also talking too much. Have a daily routine. For us as salespeople, we say that talk to minimum of 10 people in a day. Minimum of 10 people in a day. We can say, okay, 5 days in a week. Although salespeople work every day of the week. I close most of my businesses on Sundays in church. Annuities, triple pays, most of my highest payers, I close them in church on Sundays. When I'm greeting, hello, hi, oh, your dress is beautiful. My name is Rachel. I work in health insurance. Do you want to do service with us? We continue like that. You understand? Okay, but let's say 5 days in a week. If you talk to 10 people in a day, that is 50 people in a week. The ratio of closing businesses with these people is going to be very high. So let's assume you are able to close 10% of these people. 10% of 50 is 5. That means you are able to close 5 people in a week. So there's no reason why you should be saying, oh, I don't have production, or business is slow, or business is poor, business is bad. If you are able to stick to that rule of prospecting of 10 people in a day, when I say 10 people, don't just meet somebody randomly on the street and say, hello, my name is Rachel, I work in insurance 1. My name is Rachel, I work in insurance 2. No. 10 qualified prospects. You necessarily do not need to go out of your house. You can do that from the comfort of your home. In fact, I love this job, except God is giving me something else that is bigger, because I'm comfortably closing my millions from the comfort of my home. Except God is giving me something bigger is when I'll leave this job. So you can do that from your phone. WhatsApp, post something. Post, there's no there. Even if I am ill, even if I am busy, I'll quickly post and run back to something else. I'll post. I can let me share a testimony with you. From my profile, you see that I studied theater arts. I used to do arts and entertainment. I used to be artist manager. And one of the people I worked with as far back as 2011, I didn't even know I still had his number. He was actually my manager at that time. He just messaged me one day and said, JSM, that was my name then, JSM, please tell me more about this business. In fact, I was screaming, you mean you still have my number? He said, yes. He said, what did he say? He said, I've been watching your posts. Please tell me more about this. Just from WhatsApp, I closed a 500,000 naira triple pay all the way from USA. I couldn't have done that. How will I did not even know that I still had his number. Of course, because he sent a message. I saw his name and his number was still in my phone, but I did not know that I still had that number. 500,000 naira triple pay. From the comfort of my home, just by posting. Have a structured daily routine. No salesperson should go on a day without talking about the business that they do. Why else don't we close businesses? Not tracking prospects. Some of us, we talk to prospect. Prospect says, see me next week or remind me tomorrow. We don't remember. Have a journal. I have a journal right from when I joined hers. Right from when I joined hers, I can see some of the things I wrote here. There's someone I said I called on Wednesday 34223, and he said we give it a thought and call back by Friday. So on Friday, I called the person back, and then he said, okay, let's do business. I will write the narration there in my journal. I write everything down, everything I want to do, everything I'm talking about. I write them down so that I don't forget. And when I'm picking up conversations with these people, they know that I'm a serious-minded person. Not that the person gave me an instruction, and then I now call and say, sir. And the person says, but you said, I can, even if the person says something else, I cannot say, sir, you said I should this. Say, oh, thank you very much. Thank you for that reminder. So make sure you are tracking your prospects and then put in a lot of effort. Mr. Emmanuel was talking about something and I quickly had to jot it down. Put in a lot of effort and believe in yourself. Don't talk to a prospect and in the back of your mind you are thinking, will it work? It will work. Oh, so long as I talk to you, I must close that business. No matter who that person is, I'll give the person time. You see that business, I must close it. That is what I believe. I always see my cup as half full, not half empty. I must close it. That is how positive I am about my job. Prospecting success is not about confidence or talent. It's about structure. Have a structure. And then the golden rule. I've already talked about the golden rule. Prospecting to at least 10 people a day. Have something written down. Have your journal as you are making that phone call or as you are going out. If it's too big, when you come back home, transfer it there so that you can have it and you can use it as a motivation to yourself. There are a lot of annuities that I wrote here. 2013, 24 million. Then I went back and then I saw done. I'm like, Rachel, you've made money. Okay, what did you use this money to do? Honestly, I'll look at all of them. Okay, done. And then I'll write the day that it was done. One thing I don't do is I don't write the day that I earned the commission. But I write the days that is done. Okay? And then you see this, it says, if you stumble, make it part of the dance. While you are prospecting, for me, I didn't start from here. I didn't become a guru from the onset. I made a lot of mistakes. I dabbled into insurance. I was doing entertainment. I just saw insurance and I grabbed it. I made a lot of mistakes, but those mistakes, I have made it to be part of what shaped me on this job. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid of somebody telling you no. No is also an answer. It's part of the dance. Prospecting method. The best that I use is referrals. The best prospects are those that have been referred to you by your circle of interest or your customers or your current customers. And then I call that the Project 100. Project 100 is 100 names of people who you feel or think can buy your product. When I joined HES 2022, I was also told about the Project 100 during my training. A lot of people don't take those things very seriously. So I wrote it down. Project 100 is 100 names of people who you think can buy your products. They might not be the direct people. And I use CocoMelon as a case study. CocoMelon has the highest number of downloads on YouTube. But who are the people that are first beneficiaries? Unemployed people, babies, children who don't have money, who don't even have money for gadget, for subscription and all. So my project 100 are not necessarily those who can afford it. They are also people who can point me to those who can be my customers. One of them was my neighbor. I think she was 15 at that time, and she graduated from a secondary school in Lagos. So I knew that this girl would definitely have people who are retired in her school. So one day I approached her, and then she gave me the contact, the location of her principal, who was retired at that time. So I went there, introduced myself, and the woman said, oh, she retired from Lagos State. She's waiting for her pension benefits and all. There's a process they go through in Lagos State. And she said, oh, my friend is retiring this week. Let's go and see her. We went to her friend, and that one was busy and said, oh, she has a party this Saturday. I said, okay, can I attend? She said, yes. I packaged some things, and I went for the party on a Sunday. I sat on the table where teachers were seated. They say, oh, what school are you from? I look at the table. I say, I'm from this school. You know, I was blending with them. As a salesperson, it's not time for you to be putting your hand on your body and be saying, I don't like talking to people. You can't keep to yourself as a salesperson if you want to make it on the job. No matter what you are selling, you have to be out there. So I presented my gift at the end of the party, and that was it. 2 months down the line, my phone rang, and this woman called me, and then she said, hold on for daddy. I'm wondering, daddy from where? It was her husband. She went home, spoke to her husband about my business on my behalf in a pension company that is considered as one of the most difficult in Nigeria in pension business as far as pension is concerned. And this man went to his PFA, did the whole annuity, collected his statement, did everything, closed it, 9.7 million naira, just like that. I didn't do any work. If I was asking him, sir, he said, do you want to do this job business or not? I said, I want to do. That was it. Where did this person come from? From my project 100. My project 100, the one that is the indirect person who will be able to get my business done. That was how I closed the business. And the funny side of, a lot of people will not like to share they only share their success story. The downside of it that most people will not like to share is that, do you know the first principal I went to? I didn't close the business with her. But like I said, I won't let her go. She has done a different one, but program withdrawal, we will still close it one of these days. Then her friend, who then spoke to her husband on my behalf, I also did not close that one. She also did program withdrawal. That is the beautiful part of this job. Very, very beautiful, I must tell you. Referrals tend to be more receptive, and we have more credibility in their eyes because you are being recommended by someone that they know. Other method of prospecting is telemarketing, getting appointment through phone calls. You just see if someone just give you a contact, and then you call and you start talking about your business. Prospecting method, again, cold calls to make unsolicited visits or phone calls like that one I did. It was a cold call. She didn't know me, I didn't know her, but someone just gave me her address, and I went there, introduced myself, and we got talking. That was a cold call. But it came also from a referrer. She gave me that listening ear because it came from a referrer. Email marketing also. Then center of influence. These are people or businesses who can positively influence others to buy our product or services by positively talking about them. People who you have closed already, or people who are your friends, your family, your loved ones. They are your center of influence. They are your project 100. And then the way project 100 works and the way the center of influence works is that when you talk to one person and you're able to close that business, one person will give you 10 more. 1 out of that 10 will give you another 10. 1 out of that 10 will give you another 10. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going until you are not able to exhaust your project 100. You won't be able to exhaust your project 100. Prospecting method, okay, cold calls, Center of influence, I've talked about this. And then the prospecting process. The first, you qualify your prospects. I've talked about that. Set up appointments to go and see them. And when you are going there, I've said already that a salesperson is a psychologist. You cannot be going to see a pastor and you are half dressed or half naked, or no. You are selling a product, not your body. Okay, I must put that out there. Be well dressed. You can't be going to prospect to an allergy and you wear skimpy. You have to dress like them. When I get there, I do like this. Yes, yes. You can't be going to prospect to an allergy and you know it is fasting season. They bring malt, you drink. They bring rice, you eat. They bring, you eat. No. When they walk and oh, we're fasting. You respect people as you go prospecting, so that you don't use your hand to eat your business that they would have given you. Because when you leave, they watch you and they see how everything is going. Okay, so make sure that you are well informed about where you are going. Prepare for the meeting and then confirm the appointment. Next. Okay. How do you nurture? Nurture is everything after the first contact until they trust you. People hardly buy during the first conversation. So again, that is why I said when you get a no, don't be downcast. Don't be downcast. People hardly buy at the first contact. They need reassurance. They need time. They need understanding. They need proof that what you are selling is not scam. A lot of people might not have heard about what you do before. They need proof. Okay, they also need to be able to trust you, and that is why you should believe on yourself. Believe in yourself. Not when they're asking you, say, me self, I don't even know, not be what I dey find. No, you have to believe. And that is why, as a salesperson, make sure you buy into the product you are selling. If you're working in hairs, for example, and you don't have a savings plan, even if it's 5,000 naira monthly hair save, make sure you have it so that you are able to use that to explain to people. It shows that you believe in it. Nurturing is how you transform a stranger into a warm lead and then becoming a paying client. Nurturing builds familiarity. It positions you as an all-round advisor, not a salesperson. Most of the people I do business with, I'm talking about people who give me millions. They call me for advice and I'm asking myself, from where to where? Were you not making money? Did you know how to do business before you knew me? But it is because of how well I have positioned myself. People call me and say, oh, Rachel, I have this 10 million naira. What do you think I should use it for? I can say, oh, put it here, put it here. Most of the time, I advise how they would spend their money. I might not even say, bring it to hers. Oh, I want to buy a piece of land in so place. So, okay, let's go and check. Let's be sure of how this place is. Let's be sure that the papers are correct and all of that. I am adding value. Keeps you on top of their mind and then creates emotional connection. It helps clients understand why your service matters. Most salespeople lose prospect not because the client said no, but because the salesperson stopped contacting them too early. I've closed a lot of annuity businesses and the person say, oh, I had somebody talking to me before. I didn't hear from them. In fact, I had a presentation at Jibo, I think 2 weeks ago. And then the principal said, oh, somebody had been here before, but they never came back. But that there and then we're able to close 3 businesses. Just imagine. The money is in the follow-up. Somebody put in the chat, the money is in the follow-up. I'm trying to hurry up so that I don't overshoot my time. The money is in the follow-up. That's where the money is. Easy step to nurture. How do you nurture your prospects? Educate your audience. Oh, one of my team members wrote something about this current tax, and I'm like, even me, I reposted it. And a lot of people have been asking me, how are they going to do tax now? Taxation is coming in January. Make sure you've learned about it so that you are talking to your prospect. Stop saying, come and buy from. Why should they buy? Today, one of my customers terminated, well, her policy was up to a year, and then she terminated it, and then I put up the post, and then immediately someone else asked, can I do this savings for LBS? Like maybe she wants to do her school in the LBS, Lagos Business School. I said, sure, why not? By the way, I also got funding for my master's in Nexford, USA from this job, and from saving with HairSave, because money can fly away at any time. So I was also saving money in HairSave, and I was able to pay my school fees. It was not easy. They took all my money, but we thank God. At the end, we came out victorious. Okay. Educate your audience, share mini financial tips, share promotional materials, videos, flyers. It's not money. It's not, nobody will charge you. It's the same data you use for posting other things. Use it to post your business. Share success stories like the one I screenshot and shared today. People have seen it and they've reached out to me. Be consistent. Have weekly check-ins with your prospects, occasional voice notes, and then holiday messages. Christmas is coming. Send messages. But don't go and send Jesus loves you to an allergy. Don't be over spiritual. Don't be more spiritual than the Pope. Learn to create nuisance. Some of you will say, my prospects stopped responding to me. They probably archived your chat. They've archived it. They don't see it again because you send them irrelevant things. Don't send them prayer link. They did not, unless they ask you, unless you have a personal relationship with them. Don't just send it like that. Okay, send them holiday messages, new month messages, channel it. If the person is a Muslim, use Allah. If he's a Christian, use Jesus. Don't force your religion on people. Salespeople tend to do that a lot. Learn to respect boundaries. Respect people's boundaries, okay? Then add value. Have reasonable conversations. Not, have you decided? Oh, God, I just wanted to call you. How far that business? Instead, say, here is something that can help your financial planning this month or this year or in the coming year, especially with this tax. You see, I've been hammering on tax. I'm going to close businesses with this tax, honestly. Nurturing turns you from just another they can trust. They can trust you with their money. Can trust you with their money. Easy follow-up styles that works. Stop soft follow-up reminders. Just send a message, good morning, just checking up, just checking to see if you saw my last message or something. There's someone I've been messaging in the US. I know she's busy. She's the one that used her hand to message me. And she has been seeing my post since 2022 that I got the job. In fact, I got the job before she relocated. She has been seeing my post, but she just decided to buy this year, this month. You can imagine if I stopped. Somebody say I will not stop. I won't stop now. I won't give up now. I'm never stopping. Never stopping. Okay? Value follow-up, sharing this because it may help your planning. Problem-solving follow-up is just giving you different types of follow-up. What is your biggest concern about this? You can message somebody that, like people I know, they work in oil company. Tax is cutting them. So I've been messaging them. You know how this tax is. What do you think you can do? I will ask them. They will tell me their problem. I will now solve it for them with insurance. Then urgency follow-up. You can say there's a deadline with this taxation thing. Would you like me to help you secure this? Would you like to start? Like someone said she wants to save for 1 year. I said that means you need to start it this December so that next year, December, you'll be able to get your money out. So that it will be a complete 1 year. So those are the follow-up that you can do. Then how to convert prospects to customers. People buy people. Stop frowning your face. Stop talking bad about economy, about your country, about things. If things are happening, I've gone for person. They're talking about, hey, true, yes. Emergency, terrorism. You are posting. You are busy posting. Nigeria is not safe. Nigeria is not safe. Nigeria is not safe. And you want them to come and save the money in the country that is not safe. Salesperson, Be wise. Somebody say be wise. Don't go and jones yourself. Be careful what you post, especially if you not just insurance, if you do business in Nigeria, be careful what you post. Be very, very careful. People will buy because they trust you. You simplified the decision. Explain the plan for them. Use the language they understand. If they are Yoruba people, there's no point speaking grammar. Go to your, if they are Igbo, speak it. Whatever language they understand is what you speak. When they see proof and then you made it easy, then you told stories they relate to. Share testimonies of others. Share testimonies of others. People don't buy policies but products. People buy value, they buy clarity, they buy confidence and solutions. In summary, prospect daily. Even if I didn't go out today, but I still prospect to people. I spoke to people in my phone today. I called people, I messaged people today. Nurture intentionally. Then follow up strategically, use stories, and then build trust. Don't be somebody that is up and down. Don't sugarcoat what the business is all about or what the plan is all about. Tell them the entire truth. If you want people to trust you, people have trusted me with 100 million. Rachel, can you help? I say, hey, how did we get here? Send me this, give me login to their emails and everything. I'm controlling finances for family, both the man, the woman, the children. It is built out of trust. Out of trust. Be somebody that your eyes is blind to other people's money. And you can be blind to other people's money if you are making your own money. That is why you must succeed on this job. Somebody say, I must succeed on this job. Finally, sales is like farming. You plant, you water, you follow up, and then you harvest. Do the process and the results will follow. Thank you very much, and I'll take questions now. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel.
Whoa. My notes is filled up already. Thank you so much, Rachel. Please, if you can clap. Use the emojis and just give it up for our guest speaker, Rachel. Awesome delivery. I mean, you can also type and say thank you. Everybody just type and say thank you, Rachel. This is awesome. My mind is rewired afresh. And that is the goal. The goal is to rewire, like I used the word hack the mind of sales agents to believe in possibility. Someone I respect so much, Bishop Wedeko, used to say, the secrets of great men are in their stories. And that is partly why we are here in the Sales Mastery webinar. As you listen to the speaker speak, in between the lines, you get to hear something. You get to hear something that is worthy of note. One thing I have gotten myself is the Project 100. Oh, Rachel, I'm taking that immediately. Project 100. I mean, I need to make a list of this 100. They may not buy. They may not buy immediately, but they have the people that will buy. I'm telling you, if it happened to me, Rachel, just my last 1.5 triple pay, the person that brought the client did not buy. I was talking to somebody else. She did not buy. She now brought somebody that bought 1.5 million triple pay monthly. And that is awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel. Okay, so real quickly, let's take questions and feedback. All right. So if you want to ask Rachel, she's here, and we want to, ask her some things that she has done based on the seminar. I mean, based on her teaching or outside the teaching, something you feel like you need help with. Please, now is the time. I'll take you. If you raise your hands, use the buttons just below the screen. You see where you can raise your hand. I'll pick you up if your hands are up.
Someone is asking, how do you handle rejection? Elizabeth is asking, how do you handle rejection? Okay, so for me, first of all, I need to understand what the scenario is. Like I mentioned, I don't know if you joined when we started, that every no is not a no, it is a KNOW. What kind of rejection is it? Is it a rejection of, oh, I am not interested, I am not ready, or I don't have the capacity to purchase what you want me to buy? So you need to break that down and take yourself out of the situation, out of the equation, and carefully look at it. If it is, I am not ready, then you need to find out, why is the person not ready? Is it that they don't have the financial capacity to be able to buy it or not? So that is something that you need to understand. Salespeople, we should stop looking at every no as a rejection, but look at a no as a step for you to KNOW. Know the reason why the person is saying no. And there's also the rejection of, I would rather do it with someone else. I would rather do it with a different insurance company. Those of us that do annuity a lot, you hear that a lot. Oh, I lost one 24 million naira to another insurance company, and I was broken for a while. But one thing I always used to encourage myself is this: it's not everybody that will do business with you. It's not everybody. It is sad, but it is the truth. It's not everybody that will do business with you. So rather than sit there and wallow in self-pity and rejection and everything, I quickly dust myself up and go after several others.